Hey, I'm David Stansfield, the new corporate wine guy or sommelier for Earls. I've made a few changes to your wine menu this summer, mostly about how it looks and reads. Wine can be intimidating for lots of people, maybe even some of you. There is so much wine. But at Earls, we want to make wine approachable and fun. The changes we've made to the menu will hopefully help. Let's take a look. The menu is still organized in a super user-friendly and straightforward way. Wines are listed first by type, sparkling, white, rosé, then red, by grape variety, stuff like Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc, and so on, and then by style, from lightest to most full-bodied. We do it this way so that our guests can see what we offer at a glance. The first change you'll notice is that we've changed bubbles to sparkling. We've also listed it at the top of the menu. That's because sparkling wine is awesome and deserves to be first. It's also traditionally the wine that we serve at the start of a meal, and so we have it at the beginning of the menu. After that, you'll notice that we've separated rosé into its own section. This summer, we're giving rosé the respect it deserves. We've broken white and red bottles down into 3 categories each. They go from lightest to fullest. For whites, these categories are light and bright, crushable whites, and rich and famous. Similarly for reds, we've got get fresh, so smooth, and deep and delicious. The main distinction between these categories is the wine's body, or how it feels in our mouth. Think of the difference between a lager and a stout. Lagers for us would be at the top in light and bright, stouts down at the bottom in deep and delicious. When serving, the best way to figure out what your guest wants is to ask them a few simple questions. If they're looking for white, just ask them if they're looking for something light and dry or something maybe more rich. For reds, same thing. Are you looking for something light and fresh or something deep and intense? With the answers to these questions, you've gone now from having a full menu to just a few wines to pick from that are going to help our guests find the exact wine they're looking for. Let's learn a little bit about each different style category. For whites, the first is light and bright. These are our driest, lightest bodied white wines. Light refers obviously to the body, and bright to the fact that these wines tend to have very high, crisp acidity, like lemons, which makes them seem bright. In this section, you'll find wines like Sauvignon Blanc and Chenin Blanc. The next section is crushable whites. These are wines that are just plain fun to drink, kind of dangerous, really. They tend to be a little more medium-bodied and a little less dry. This is where you're going to find wines like Pinot Gris and Riesling. Our third category of whites is rich and famous. These are our most full-bodied and luxurious white wines. This is also where we tend to find more of our premium whites. They're a little less crushable and a little more complex. Things like oaked Chardonnay and Viognier. We then get into reds. The first category we have for reds is get fresh. These are where the hipster, easy drinking, light, more high acid, crushable red wines live. Wines like Pinot Noir and Gamay, perfect summertime red. After that we have So Smooth. This is probably the most popular section. These are wines that are a little more lush and plush, no hard edges, just easy drinking, fruity and fun. Wines like Merlot and Malbec. We finish with deep and delicious, the most serious of all the red wines. Wines with body and structure, like Cabernet Sauvignon and Shiraz. Hey, thanks for watching. Cheers. Just like drink 3 wines quickly.